start recording. And let's go to Mr. Skype here and start recording. You know what's weird? It seems like when it's just you and I, it's fine. But as soon as a third person is added, that's when the quality, it starts jumping and stuff. So it's weird how it actually all works out. But okay, we are recording now. I just need to confirm that this is indeed... What do we do now? We recap the predictions. Moment of the week, blooper of the week, driver tier list, and then we recap the predictions. And then in your episode, we do the predictions for the next. Cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right, okay, so we are back again with another episode, the fun episode. This one is where we give you guys the driver rankings. But before we do that, BT, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I am good. It has been a pretty long day, but you know what? We are here to give you guys some good energy. We are here to give you guys some actual entertainment. I don't know how good the entertainment is because unfortunately our boy Dirk is missing, and sometimes it's just fun for two of us to just pick on the other one, but now it's just me and BT, and well, we'll probably find a way to pick on each other, but I don't know, maybe it's not going to be as fun. Anyways, we're going to get straight into it, and we'll start off with our moment of the weekend. So BT, I'm going to ask you to just provide everybody in there, in the camera. I don't know why I said in there. Honestly, guys, it's been a long day, so you're gonna have to forgive me.
That's so wrong, actually.
Yeah. Anyways, in there. BT, there's people in the camera. They just picture, like, if you look in the camera lens, there's a couple people in there watching us. Please tell them what your moment.
The camera.
Yes, tell them what your moment.
The camera.
Hey.
So I'm in there, inside the camera. Not sound good.
guys, I think we need to apologize. I think BT might need to go and visit somebody after this or something, but something is bothering him today. Anyhow, BT, moment of the weekend, please. Let's keep it PG.
Moment of the week is Ricardo sprint race.
Oh, that is so cute. You did that for me, eh? You just wanted to be nice to me. You know what? It's the first time that BT's ever been nice to me on this podcast. And I really appreciate that, BT. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Listen, I do agree. Mine is Lando Norris's win. I feel like your first win has got to be better than a fourth place for somebody who's won 8 Grand Prix already. So, but I do appreciate that. I loved the sprint race of Ricardo. It was amazing. But Lando Norris literally but listen, Lando Norris literally made me cry. So I have to say that was my moment of the weekend. Call me a big baby, but listen, it brought tears to my eyes. Guys, it just shows you sometimes sport can mean a lot to a lot of people, and it certainly does to me. Anyhow, let's move on swiftly to the blooper of the weekend. Now, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like as good as this weekend was, there were a lot of moments of bloopers out of this weekend. So I'm going to just call out the first one, which is Logan Sargent, because quite frankly, it's his home race and just everything went wrong for him this weekend. Do I need to explain more? I don't think I need to even explain more. BT, what is your blooper of the weekend, pal?
Oh, this is the catch-22 right here. This is the catch-22 I'm about to do. My blooper for the week is Ricardo in the main race and the qualifying. Catch-22. That's what they say. I understand. Why did you change your setup of your car? I have no idea.
It's like you.
So you are the blooper of the week.
So it's like you come and give me a hug, and then you know what it's like, you know. It's like you come to me, you give me a hug, and then just after you hug me, you strangle me, and it's just not lekker. You know what I mean? It's like that's really you just being a bit now you're being a bit of like a narcissist. I don't even know if that's the right word, but either way, you're just being a bit of a dickhead. Let's just put it like that. Anyways, my like I said, mine is Logan Sargent, but guys, we could have gone with Magnussen. We could have gone with like Williams as a whole, considering like they now the only team I think that has no points. We could have gone with so many different things, but mine is Logan and BT's. Let's move on. Great stuff. So before we get into the driver ranking, I think we should start with the predictions that we did and just recap our predictions, because those are worth points.
Yeah.
And the driver rankings, I think that will go fairly quick. So let's recap on the points. So Miami, we'll start with Dirk, because Dirk is not here. So we will give Dirk his flowers. He did a damn good job here. And I say that because he got 3 points, which is not like amazing, but he got 1 for Max for being 1 away. He gets 1 for Lando for being 1 away. And he gets 1 for Sainz for being 1 away. I've got to say that being 1 away for Lando is pretty impressive, considering I don't think many people would have thought Lando would have been in close to the front. So I'll give him that. So
Yes.
So that's three full points for Dirk. So well done to him. I'm really impressed. He's pretty good at this prediction game, it seems.
And what makes me sick is that he actually doesn't like the actual Grand Prix, and he got the most points. That makes me sick, actually.
What do you mean he does? Oh, yeah, he doesn't like the Miami Grand Prix. Yeah. No, I won't say he got the most points. I don't say he got the most points. Did he get the most points? Yeah, he did get the most points. Okay, cool. So you said Leclerc. You said Leclerc. No, hang on. You said Leclerc. Where did Leclerc come? 3rd. Never mind. Okay, so you get nothing for that. You get nothing for Alonso, because you said Alonso would come 3rd. You did get Max spot on, but that only gives you 2 points, unfortunately. So yes, he did get more than you. And then me, I am sitting on a very, very lofty 0 for the weekend. Guys, I could be quite mistaken here. I could be quite mistaken here. I could be quite mistaken here, but I think that this is the first time in Break at the Apex history that somebody has gotten a fat 0 for predictions. But
what was your prediction again?
Yes.
What is your prediction?
I was gonna get there, guys, but I did, and if any of you watched the last episode, you would have known I did go quite wild. I went Leclerc, Sainz, Lando. So I took out both Red Bulls. I took out Oscar. I did go pretty wild. So let's be honest. Had I gotten the point, it would have been genius. But I was definitely expecting that there would be a chance I'd get almost nothing. But I will say, I do think this is the first time on Break at the Apex that somebody has gotten a fat 0. So let's move on to the bottom 5 teams. So the best of the bottom 5 is what we call it. We've never called it that.
Yeah.
But I'm calling that now, and quite frankly, it's got a good ring to it. Best of the bottom 5. Cool, that's what we're going to call it from now on. Anyways, Miami, for myself and BT, we went for Haas. Dirk went for Williams, which were way off. Logie fan.
Way.
Yep, Logie fanboy and all. So he gets a fat 0. And, well, again, technically, as we said before, BT, you were also technically wrong for your 2 picks from the previous 2 times, but you still got points because you at least beat us. So I think you and I will get a point for this, because to keep it consistent, we both at least beat Dirk because Haas beat them. But technically, VCarb were the better of the top 5. And in fact, even Alpine. Actually, no, Haas got point. Did Haas not get more points than Alpine? Did Haas get a point?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Cool. Great stuff. Okay. That is that. that is that for the predictions. So now we're going to get into the fun part where we're going to go through the drivers and give our ranking. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this might be a difficult one, but it is only two of us. So there probably isn't going to be too much debating because it's only two of us. But let's just get into it. So, BT, let's start off with Max Verstappen. +1, -1 stay the same. I'm just gonna say off the I'm just gonna say off the bat, if your bad day is P2, then you can't really complain about that. So I will say stay the same. Cool. Then we have, so please guys bear in mind as well the numbers that you see popping up. We did miss 2 podcast episodes. In terms of the increases and decreases, they're going to look slightly off if you follow by calculation, because we have missed 2, but we're just going to continue from where we went or from where we left off. So anyway, Sergio Perez, it's not like he had the worst race, but the dive bomb and the fact that he was so far from Max, even though Max didn't even have his best race, I'm very inclined to go -1 on this one. What are your thoughts? I can see it, like I can literally see flames coming out of your brain.
Where did he qualify?
He qualified 5th, I think, 5th or 6th or 4th, 5th, somewhere around there.
And he finished 5th, right?
I think it was somewhere around there, yeah. Considering Max got pole as well. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean.
Cool.
Yeah, down.
Yeah, down 1. Okay, cool. Charles Leclerc. I am going to give him a... Yeah, I'll give him a plus. Again, I feel like... Yeah, I suppose he only came 3rd because, again, Lando with the safety car, had it not been for that, he probably would have ended up 2nd, which is technically the best he can do. So, against the Red Bull. So, yeah, I can give him a +1. Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, and just on the clock, and early to regain position. That was a good call from Ferrari.
Yeah,
so that strategy helped his race actually. So yeah, +1.
Cool. Okay, then Carlos Sainz. Now, I'm going to go for a minus here. Now, he didn't finish in a bad position. He didn't have a bad race, but I'm going to go for the minus because I think he should have gotten that penalty because of that whole thing with Piastri. I think it was not a great move for him. So me personally, I'm going for a -1 on Carlos Sainz.
I'm so happy. I've waited for this day. I've waited for him to have a bad race. -1. You're getting rid of him anyway.
Why are you so against the dude? Like, he's such a good guy, man. In any case, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, BT, you know what? BT, just, I hope you choke on that wine. Okay, Georgie Porgy. You know what? Can I just tell you something? Those Mercedes cars were both completely anonymous.
Wait. Why did you say Georgie Porgy and you said, let me tell you something?
Nah, listen, dude. Like, these guys were completely anonymous. Honestly, I don't recall seeing... I mean, I saw Hamilton with Magnussen once. Otherwise, I never really saw these Merc drivers like once this weekend. Like, honestly, they were so anonymous. It's actually unreal. To be honest, I don't even know how to rate them. I think I'm just going to keep them both the same because I just don't know what even happened. George Russell did get good points, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He was in the points. Lewis Hamilton wasn't. Am I correct? Let me fact check this.
Lewis Hamilton finished 6th. That is best
really?
for this season.
Hey? Dude, where I've lost something here.
Lewis Hamilton finished sixth.
Now why have I no? Oh shucks, he did, hey. Oh wow, okay, we gotta get, but he
So are we really gonna
no,
keep
we
him?
gotta give him a +1 because he started quite far back.
Of course,
Yeah,
dude.
sorry guys. Guys,
Of
listen.
course.
I did not see the Mercs at all. I know where they started, and I now know where they finished. I couldn't even remember. I was so overwhelmed by the Lando win, I forgot to check everything else. We definitely have to give Lewis a +1. So Lewis
Yeah,
Lee
yeah.
gets a +1. I agree with that. George Russell. George
Fourth.
Russell can stay the same because he finished 8th and he also started around that position. Did he not?
Yeah. No. Keep him the
Again,
same.
he
It's
didn't do
fine.
anything. He probably didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything right. So let's just
Yeah.
keep him the same.
Georgie Porgy.
Georgie Porgy pudding and pie kissed the girls and made them cry. Then Lewis came and made him cry, and now he is a Georgie pie. I made up that last part. It
yeah,
worked though.
move on.
It's terrible, but it worked. Maybe I should take up musician.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Anyways, let's move on. Lando
Yeah,
Norris.
Clearly, you were watching clearly you were watching the rap battle during the weekend. But anyway,
Yeah, Lando Norris -1, I think, would be very good for him.
Yeah, me too. I do actually
100%.
agree with
If you
on
guys
that
don't
one.
agree at home, please leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know why you think Lando deserves more than a -1. Anyways,
Yeah.
Oscar can get a +1 because I mean he did far more than Lando, obviously. Guys, I mean I'm to be honest
Yeah.
with you, the energy is lost here. It's been a long day, so I'm really just trying to be funny, but quite frankly, Lando deserves a +5 million. So we'll give Lando a +1, and quite honestly, we're gonna give Oscar a +1 because I think he got very unlucky. I think Sainz was at fault. I think Sainz should have gotten a penalty,
I totally agree with
and
you. Yeah.
and I personally think that Oscar outperformed himself. And as we spoke about in the last episode, if you watched, Martin posed an extremely good question. Had the strategies been reversed for the drivers, Oscar would have been the one actually winning, considering he was in front all along. Quite frankly, yes.
And Oscar had to stay calm and collected while the engineers telling him, please do not crash and cause a safety car. Norris is leading the race.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah.
You remember that
Yeah.
situation? And he had to stay calm and collected
Yeah,
for
with
that.
damage and he
So he deserves a
I
plus
think
one.
that's when Hamilton and Alonso or something both passed him at the same time. He had to avoid getting smacked by them as well. That was after he got the damage. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Cool. Fernando Alonso. Again, Aston Martin, similar to Merc, they were so anonymous. Merc actually did really well. Considering how Lewis came up from behind, Merc actually did well, but they were so anonymous that I just did not see them all race long. And the same with the Aston Martins. I just didn't really take much note of the Aston Martins as either. So, but I do know that Fernando had an okay race. I'm gonna keep him the same though. I don't think he did anything Fernando-esque. I think it was just a very mediocre, normal drive. And I mean, let's be real. Lance Stroll is really flying the Aston Martin flag high, doing his dad proud in 17th. So I'm gonna give him a -1 for sure. Because, jeez, man, that's a tough one. You know what I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, I was just saying -1 as well because I'm trying to remember you saying last season that Lance Stroll will get a podium. That was a hilarious.
In one race, I said in one race. I didn't say the whole season. It has happened. He's beaten Alonso in a race before. In Spain last year, he beat Alonso. He did. And so I was right. BT. I was right. Just admit it. I said in a race. You see now we're getting to a difficult part now because now our driver rankings, we haven't taken into account the sprint races. And now we're going to get to Daniel Ricciardo. And I feel like it's going to be unfair to give him a bad rating here. I don't think it's going to be fair because he had a
No,
damn
no,
good
no, no,
weekend.
no, no,
No,
no,
dude,
no,
he
no,
came
no,
fourth.
no. No, 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 no. This is the Grand Prix, not the sprint. Grand Prix, not the sprint.
I
Be
don't
fair.
think that we defined this before, so I think we can change the rules as we see fit. And I'm going to give Daniel
No, no,
Ricciardo a
no, no.
+1.
No, no, Graham. No, 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 no.
Okay, can we meet in the middle? Can we at
No.
least just meet in the middle then and just keep him the same?
Yeah, keep
Because
it the same.
to be quite honest,
Yeah.
it's not like he had a bad race. He did gain points. He did gain positions, considering what happened in qualifying. To be honest, I just don't know what happened there. Like, how do you qualify fourth and then qualify like 16th? Like, just doesn't make any sense. But it happened, so whatever. Then Sonoda +1 for sure, because quite
For sure.
frankly, again, he kept that
Yeah.
car in a very good place, had a couple good battles, and he looked blitz. He looked on it. Didn't look so great
Yeah.
it didn't look so great in the sprint, but in the main race he was amazing. Cool. Alex Albon, no fault of his own. I'm gonna keep him the same. I don't know if you were about to go thumbs down, weren't you? To be frank, Brice, not like it's his fault, eh? He just had a bit of a tractor, but I mean, he didn't do anything bad, did he? I mean, it was a pretty normal race for him.
I think for everything that comes to Williams, it's a -1 because they were so confident for that weekend. They were claiming that, okay, not claiming, they were saying that that circuit suits their car, and the opposite happened. So what do we do?
Yeah. I don't know. I think with Alex, we just keep him the same because it's not his fault that the car is so bad. You know, I mean,
Okay.
if you consider, he probably got the most the car could give him. I mean, yeah, he finished 18th, which is right at the back, but again, the car just didn't work. And the car was nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what freaks me out here though, right? Because the next person is Logan Sargent, right? And I'm just thinking, like, we give him a -1 here. And did you know that Daniel Ricciardo still has less value than him at this point in time? It just doesn't make sense. Like, guys, like, I'm actually, like, I'm highly concerned about this. Like, I genuinely am quite concerned about this. I really would not, like, how did we get to this point? Because, to be frank, Daniel Ricciardo has been on the same amount of points since Bahrain. So, it's like we haven't really been giving Daniel minuses. We've been keeping him the same. Logan Sargent, for some reason, we kept him the same, and then we gave him a plus for some reason. I think Dirk has access to this somehow.
Yeah, me too.
And he's been rigging it. There's no ways that he can have a higher score, a higher value than Daniel Ricciardo. There's no chance in hell. I don't accept this. But based on what I'm seeing, -1 puts him on 5. So cool. That's Logan Sargent. I assume you agree with the -1.
Not even like Logan Sargent's situation is not even a discussion, dude. You know what to do. You don't need to even talk about it.
Yeah, we don't.
You know what to do.
The thing is, if Dirk was here, I hope he watches this because he probably,
Oh my
if he
goodness.
was here, we were gonna have a proper argument now. You know what I mean? Like, it was probably gonna be Magnussen's fault, and it was like, you know, Sargent did so well in qualifying, and we've got to give him props for that. And Dirk, no, Dirk, I'm telling you, no. It's a -1, okay? Shame. Bless him. He's probably racing now. Unfortunately, that's why Dirk couldn't make it today, by the way. He does league racing, which is today.
Yeah.
We supposed to be doing this recording yesterday, but it's been a long week, and for myself and BT, it was just easier for today. So I'm sorry that it's late as well, but look, it's life, unfortunately. But we move on, and Dirk will hopefully be back next week, or next episode. So cool. Let's move on to Alpine. Gasly didn't do too bad. Finished 12th. Ocon got the first Alpine point of the year so far. So I think +1 for him. I think Gasly, we can possibly keep him the same. Again, pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty good to be 12th, but at the same time, it's not like he did anything special. It's not like he scored the point. Ocon scored the point for them. So Pierre Gasly, I'm keeping the same. Ocon, we give him a +1. We happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, how do we know that Ocon was the one with the upgrades? Because they did upgrade their floor, I think.
Yeah,
Alpine. So,
but did they not both get the
yeah.
upgrade?
So I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just guessing now. Maybe Ocon saying that they were within the points.
I don't know, man.
I'm just guessing.
I hate these kinds of things. I struggle to keep up with them, and I mean, we had this conversation about McLaren. I didn't even know. I thought both of them got the upgrade. I didn't know that it was only Norris that got it.
Yeah.
The only time I knew about the upgrade is when it happened to Daniel Ricciardo, because I'm invested. You know what I mean? By the way, just to point out that Gasly is also on a 4 with Daniel Ricciardo, so that means Gasly also has less than Logan Sargent. Also, can I just point out that Daniel Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly have the same rating as Lance Stroll? Let's move on.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways,
Wow.
I hope this changes a lot till the end of the season, because my goodness, this is not nice. You can't have Pierre Gasly and Ricciardo underneath or less value than Sargent and the same value as Stroll. I don't know. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, cool. Let's move on to Haas. Yeah. Dirk, I'm telling you, something's rigged here.
Yeah.
I think he's got access to this document. I'm sure I've shared this whole folder to him. Anyways, listen, let's move over to Haas. Kevin Magnussen. I'm going to give Kevin Magnussen... It's tough, man. It's tough because he actually won. I mean, he was really cool about it. But it was so bad, like how he did it. So, yeah, to me, I'm going to give him a -1. You know that he's actually looking like one of the better drivers this year based on value, along with Piastri. Piastri's actually the highest,
Wow.
the only rated driver with a value of 8 million. That's even higher
Are you
than...
serious?
That is higher than Max Verstappen, if you believe that, if you will.
Wow.
So, well done, Oscar.
That shows how consistent he is, actually.
It just shows that we either really biased or we rate him quite highly. But in any case, okay, Nico Hulkenberg, I'm going to keep him the same. He didn't do anything completely special. They didn't score any points. I thought they did. We spoke about this just now, and I thought they did, but they actually didn't. I just checked it. So I'm going to keep him at the same. I don't know if you agree. He didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, this is the territory where we just don't know. Because then you've got Zhou and Bottas, and Bottas was just nowhere to be found yet again. Zhou was in the mix from time to time. You could see him popping up in 12th, 13th, 12th again, and then all of a sudden he just dropped down. I want to say it's the car. At least in Zhou's case. In Bottas's case, you've got to say Bottas is very frequently now getting beaten by Zhou. I say beaten by Zhou, but Zhou is finding ways. I'm going to keep Zhou the same. What are we going to do with Bottas? I'm going to let you make this call.
Down.
Come again?
Down.
1 down. Okay, cool. You want to hear something interesting?
We're trying to get Logan out of that spot, bro. We're trying to get Logan as down as possible.
Well, can I tell you something? If we give Bottas a -1, he is now effectively the lowest value driver on the grid at 3 million.
There we go, down. Oh wait.
No, we want him to be. We want We want Logan to be on 3, not Bottas. What do you?
Oh yes, it's plus for him. Plus.
No, we can't. No, we can't do that. No, Bottas was definitely far on the track. We're gonna have to chat to Dirk about this. I'm sure this is rigged. Surely Logan can't be rated. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Anyhow, gents, that is it. That is the final rankings for the Miami Grand Prix. It was a great race. I mean, again, I'll say that the outcome made it a great race, but the race itself wasn't like completely great, but it was a good race. And I think it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I am looking very forward to the next race, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. It is going to be in Imola, and as far as I'm concerned, Imola has also been previously known as a pretty good race. So
Yeah.
I'm looking pretty forward to that. BT, do you have any final thoughts before we say goodbye to these lovely people?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Imola as well. Do catch our prediction show as well on that particular race. Don't miss out on that. And we'll see you guys later. Cheers.
Great stuff, great stuff. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And we will see you guys in the prediction pre-race review. Is that how you say it?
Yes, why are you messing up my show?
No, it's called a no, it's not a pre-race review, it's called a preview, a race preview.
The prediction show.
Yeah, it is called. It's the prediction show, but we don't just do predictions. We do odds. We do all these great fun things. BT tells us about how much the weather is going to cost Logan Sargent, and he tells us about the last time we raced there. He tells us all these cool things, and then I give you some odds, and then we do some predictions. But basically, it's a race preview for Imola. Please stay tuned. That will come out on the Thursday before the race, which I think is next week, not this week, because the race is not exactly 100%. So hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Have a lekker, for those of you on South African, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next episode. Cheers.